Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Environment Matters. I'm Annette Hoskins. If you travel up the back roads of Clay County, you may run across an old set of railroad tracks. And while you won't encounter any freight trains, you may come across another form of rail transportation. The DEP's Mike Huff explains.
The ride is, shall we say, a little bumpy. But it's the quickest way up to some prime fishing spots along a restored Buffalo Creek, thanks to the hard work of a local watershed group.
We started developing a trail system along the Buffalo Creek. We worked with DNR 4 years ago to get trout stocked on a 4-mile section of the creek. And we've had a lot of success with that, a lot of people enjoying it. We're getting people from, it's a lot closer drive than going to Williams or Cranberry for people out of Charleston, so we're getting a lot of people up this way from that. And then people that really like to fish will walk to Buffalo Creek and come down in here where we're at now. The only way in or out of here is pretty much by rail, unless you want to walk.
We're traveling along the former Buffalo Creek and Golly Railroad. These tracks were laid more than a century ago to haul coal and timber out of Clay County, and it holds the distinction of being the last commercially operated steam-powered rail line in the country, as these photos from 1965 can attest. They're courtesy of my friend and former colleague and member of the West Virginia Broadcasters Hall of Fame, Emil Varney. These days, the hills are quieter. The hiss and clank of a steam locomotive working upgrade with a loaded string of coal hoppers has been replaced with the sounds of this antique rail motor car. More and more frequently these days, you'll also hear the whir of a bicycle chain, although probably not the type of bicycle you're thinking about.
The rail biking is something totally new pretty much in the whole United States. They've been in South Korea for a long time. They're just now starting to get moving in the United States. There's 2 in the Adirondacks, 1 in New Hampshire.
The Buffalo Creek Watershed Improvement Association has been working for the last dozen or so years to bring the stream and the abandoned rail line back into shape.
The Buffalo Creek, up until 10, 12 years ago, you didn't see a fish in it hardly. And over the past 10 to 12 years or something like that, with our group and other groups and help from DEP and water quality managers throughout the state, the Buffalo is now one of the clearest, prettiest streams in the state, I think. And when we started, we set 3 goals. We wanted a sustainable trout stream that would attract at least some tourism with a trail accompanying the stream. And up until the 2016 flood, we had that.
The 2016 flood devastated the area, tearing out 2 rail trestles and washing out sections of track.
You're talking about ripping steel in half. The water where we're standing right now would have been up neck deep on me, and I'm sitting here beside the railroad.
The group hopes to eventually get all 18 miles of track back in operation and possibly upgraded to allow for heavier rail equipment, maybe even one day a restored steam locomotive. Big dreams for sure, but they say don't bet against them.
We get a lot of volunteers that we normally wouldn't get with stream cleanups, because you're bringing tourists in here from, this summer we've had people from 24, 25 different states. We've had 2 here from China, 1 from Australia, and we want them to see something pristine and nice.
Money raised from the rail bike and speeder rides goes back into maintenance and upkeep on the railroad and additional stream restoration work. The rides operate from mid-April through late November. In Clay County, I'm Mike Huff for Environment Matters.
You can find out more by visiting the group's Facebook pages, Buffalo Creek Rail Rides or the Clay County Business Development Authority. That's all for this week. Be sure to follow the DEP on all our social media platforms, along with YouTube. We're also on Facebook and Twitter at DEPWV. For Environment Matters, I'm Annette Hoskins. Thanks for watching.